Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training? Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive. Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance? Strange how often they're confused. You have to understand, it's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on. Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area. And you think that I care? Interesting. Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Machius. He'll fill you in on all the details. The Black-briar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit. I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people. Some layabout named Sabjorn. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now. Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Sabjorn get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly. Exactly. With Sabjorn in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition. The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Sabjorn could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that. One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
Greetings. Yes, we will fight side by side again. What is on your mind? Pooling our resources. I'm thinking this jail will be my home until I die, or until I repay my debt to you. All set?
Hey, let's talk a second. Come back and see me if you ever need pickpocket training. You're making waves around here. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Come back and see me if you ever need pickpocket training.
I'm certain Maven wishes you to be in Whiterun, not wasting time here.
Back with good news, I trust? And with no strings attached. Not bad. Here, got some coin for you. Okay, what'll it be? We've been trying to get this item for a while, but no one with the skills has come along to claim it. Can I count on you to get it? Fine. Here's everything you need to know.
Friends like you are hard to find, and very valuable to me.
Something troubling you? I couldn't have done it better myself. Here's your coin. All right. Anything in particular strike your fancy? We want to waylay a shipment on the way from this business without them even noticing anything went missing. Want the jump? Finally, someone with backbone. Here you go.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients, what all?
I met Ballerman. I'm his apprentice. He's teaching me all about being a blacksmith. I used to live at the orphanage here in Riften. Grelad said my ma and
Excuse
my
me,
doll
my friend.
left me there when I was a baby. They didn't want me. Ballerman took me in and has been so kind to me. I don't know why, but he thinks I could be a great blacksmith like him. At first, I don't know why he picked me. I never even held a hammer in my life. But the first time I picked it up, it just felt right.
Today. Repair? Purchase?
New in town, eh? I have no idea what you're talking about. Hand what over. I have no idea what you're talking about. Look, it was one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. I haven't even been back to the bunkhouse since. Just take this damn thing. I never want to see it again. Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. Nivenor thinks I'm wasting my time trying, but I disagree.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
Remember, there's nothing like fishing on Lake Onrek. You should try it sometime. Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons from Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh? I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help. Remember to give at the temple.
Clean and free from rock joint.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind? I may be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. Through reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful.
All meats guaranteed.
Thank you.
Clean and free from rock joint.
I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. See for yourself. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
You want to talk?
Get them before they're gone.
Let us go.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Visiting Riften? All are welcome at the Temple of Mara.
Vegetables as...
Blessings of Mara upon you. Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim. Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim? Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony. Of course, I'd be more than happy to add a donation to our charity box. Right now, the best you could provide is coin. We need all the help we can get. Thank you. I can promise you that this will be put to good use. Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm. May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Come to laugh at the grave tender? If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer is yes. You think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Guess again. Leave the dirty work to old Alessandra. Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father. I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker. I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory. I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here, I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it to Anders and he'll take care of the rest. My father was a priest of Archay. All my life was spent around the dead, being forced to learn the proper burial rituals and prayers. I never had any friends. Who'd want to spend time with the weird little girl who hangs around dead people? So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how to do. Prepare and inter the deceased. A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremonial dagger once they've completed their training. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest happened to be my father. The thing is, I never wanted to follow in his footsteps. In some ways, I still don't. I had to, for honor's sake, but I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new high priest's dagger, but I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted.
You don't have a chance!
The pilgrimage to the shrine is not an easy one.
It's so good. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
All right, then.
Legendary Argonian
All
craftsmanship.
meat guaranteed, clean and free from rock joints.
You looking for something? Of course.
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the black-briar mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim. Lady Maven's been developing the secret recipe for black-briar mead over the last several decades. She uses a very secret blend of spices, fresh honey from Golden Glow Estate, and specially constructed aging casks to ensure the best flavor. Even when you get to the last sip in your flagon, it'll taste just as good as the first. Damn it. Sorry. I'm not very good at this. Look, just don't say anything to Maven, will you? I've spent weeks trying to get that right, and if she sees how stupid I am, she'll get rid of me. Yeah, fired. Sure, that's what I meant. She's an absolute pleasure to work for. In fact, I almost feel guilty accepting pay from her. Why, just this last week, I was commenting to my fellow meadery workers just how lucky we are to be working for such a charitable family. Okay, look, if I'm caught saying anything bad about the meadery or the family, I'm a dead man. I'm the 4th person to work the tasting counter in the last year. The last 3 are at the bottom of Lake Honrick. Just take my advice, and just get out of Riften as soon as you can. Take a look. Come back and see us again.
I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want? Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one pulling the strings around this city. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, and between you and me, I'm pretty sure she even has some pretty influential friends within the Empire. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few troubleshooters to take care of messy problems. Maven black-briar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do despite all these lazy good-for-nothings that work for us. Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production of our mead has never been more profitable. And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. Get the picture? You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? If word gets around that I betted her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Good. Now maybe I can get back to work. I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work?
You looking for something?
You look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead? No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Black-briar mead. I sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious. I need someone to take this small keg of black-briar mead to Wilhelm at the Vilmer Inn in Alverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indaren from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd rat us out in a second. What, did you suddenly grow a conscience? Suit yourself. Sure. How do you think I get my hands on the good stuff and offer it so cheap? You think old Maven is just giving it away to anyone? Good thing she makes so much money. Makes it easier for merchandise like this to fall through the cracks. Nothing but the best. Black-briar mead, fresh from the vat. Best of all, you don't have to pay the ridiculous prices Maven charges. So what do you say to that? Here you go. Oh, and keep it quiet. This stuff isn't exactly easy to get a hold of at these prices, if you catch me drift. I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want? You look like you could use a drink. What do you say to some... No. All I need is someone to... I need someone... Drop it off. Oh, and if you bump into... Good. Now get going. Remember, keep this to yourself. Get back to work. I'm quite busy. Need something, or can I get back to work? Aye, I suspected as much, but I've never been able to catch that little sneak with proof. That fetcher! I gave him the same keg just this morning, and told him to store it in the cellars. Oh, he'll rot in prison for this one, I promise you. As soon as Maven finds out, it's all over for him. Here, take this as a bit of a reward for nabbing our little thief. Good. Now maybe I can get back to work.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
This better be important. I'm quite busy.
Something troubling you? I'll listen. And here's the spoils. Plenty more where this came from. All right. Anything in particular strike your fancy? This business is a regular target for the guild. I keep pretty shoddy records, so the job should be a cinch. You in? Here's everything you need. You get caught, and we've never heard of you.
Steal anything worth talking about? Here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. Good. We could use the coin. Sure. We're always looking to get our hands on items from all over Skyrim. How about this one? Here. Just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.